Good morning.
Good morning, lover. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Not too bad at all.
How are you all? Unbelievably, it's Friday again. What's the matter?
Seeing if the tree was on.
It is. See?
Yeah,
Hello,
there it is.
tree. Listening to a little Bonnie Bowman. I love this. I'm just going to listen for 10 more seconds.
Actually, maybe Bonnie, if you could do a piano version of Lonely This Christmas,
You and
By
Maz
Mud.
could record that.
that'd be awesome.
I see that happening. When we get together, Mother, I'll send you the Mud YouTube link. You can listen to it. That would be quite something.
That'd be something.
Yeah, we will premiere that in 2021 for any and all who think they can come to grips with it. That would be amazing. Now
Just
that has to
painting me
happen.
right now,
Yep. Might be the only time Maz Mary will ever request music to be performed and sung to. So I say we have to do it now. Mother says it's a done deal, but with facial expressions, yes.
Excellent.
Great. I will have my camera at the ready. My bangs are funny today. Ugh. In addition to a producer, we also need a stylist. And my list of what we need is getting longer and longer, and unfortunately, we're not filling any of those needs. So there's that. All right. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday before the week of Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. Gosh, somehow, amazingly, we are at the end of the year. Just incredible. So, we've started this new thing that we began last week that we're going to do in earnest in 2021 with some things that you can download and all of that. But if you've got a notebook and something to write with, or you want to type on your computer or whatever, I put it on a Gate City Bank piece of paper. That's how serious I am about my note taking, apparently. But I do really appreciate when Gate City gives us these because they're super handy. They have a magnet, they hang by the side of the refrigerator. Thanks, Gate City. It does make a better way of life. Okay.
We're doing commercials now, aren't we?
Sponsored by, yes. That would be, you know what, if we could find a sponsor, we could get the producer and the stylist and everything else that we need. So I'll look into that in 2021 as well. But if any of you have any ideas, send them our way. All right, first thing, we went back and we looked at the week and the things that we talked about. And it's funny, I don't know if you find this, listeners, watchers, but Maz and I will often get to Friday morning and I'll say to him, what did we talk about on Tuesday? And we can't for the life of us come up with it. So then we go back and watch and I think, oh,
Well,
that's what we talked about?
Actually, that was pretty good.
That wasn't too bad. Or, wow, that one went off topic. Or, you know, I mean, whatever. So these are reflections from the things that we talked about with you this week. And I hope that you'll take us up on them. Number one, find something holly jolly to do this weekend to put you in the holiday spirit. It's easy right now to sort of want to just forget that it's Christmas time because most of us are not gathering with friends and family, and it's going to feel just like another Wednesday, Thursday, really, in a lot of ways. But it doesn't have to. Just because you don't get to do what you've always done or what you traditionally do doesn't mean you can't do new things or different things or find adapt the things that you would normally do. So go to the Red River Zoo, go through Lindenwood Park, or whatever is in your community. Not only are you doing a good thing by supporting these nonprofits that have put in time and effort and who are in such dire need of support, but it will cheer you up.
It will. It probably will cheer you up.
Absolutely. We left last Saturday and I felt just incredibly joyful. And
Yeah.
there's a lot to be said for stepping outside of your ho-hum and your sad and your distressed and your anxiety and whatever else you're feeling, and just feeling joyful. So find those little things. You know what? Every day this week, towards the end of the day, we've walked downtown, and every day we have marveled at how pretty downtown is.
They do a good job.
And the ice rink is open and the tree is lit. So whether you care about Christmas as a religious holiday or not, you will find beauty in Christmas lights. So figure out what you can do to do some of that and be intentional about it. Don't just say, yeah, we should do that. Go do it. That's your first thing. So you don't need to write anything necessarily about that unless you need to remind yourself to do it. Here's your first writing task. This is based on Monday's Moderation Monday. Instead of watching or listening to unending news, even Minnesota Public Radio, Prairie Public Radio, or National Public Radio, stop that for a while. Instead of just having it on, what will you do to replace that? So I'm going to give you 1 minute. Dr. Mary, please put 1 minute on the clock.
Oh.
You're going to fill this in,
Good
and then I'm
Lord.
going to tell you something else. I should have prepared you that you were going to have to be a
I know, but I am.
You have about 45 seconds.
Yes. I am a professional of something. It's not a timer. I'll let you know when I work out what it is.
It's the potato plant cell well, Dr. Mary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, there actually, you don't really need to listen to the news for now. There's three things you need to know about. One, Brexit is a mess. There'll be an interesting transition of government in this country, and we're in a pandemic. There you go. Oh, it's Christmas next week.
15 seconds.
And Arsenal are doing terribly in the English Premiership.
Oh, so badly. But my team are doing quite well. All right. So instead of watching or listening to the news, I will. And let me tell you, maybe I've referenced this before, but anytime Quinn is home, because I always have NPR on in the car, or Prairie Public. And Quinn and I were driving somewhere the last time he was home, like in the car for a while, not just driving around Fargo. And he said to me, Mom, this news is the worst. Go to classical public radio. So we did, and it was instantaneous how I felt my body go from to instantaneous. I can't do anything about national and international news right now. So listening to it, if it only just exacerbates my fury, which believe me, it often does. For 4 years, it has exacerbated my fury, which is already at a pretty high peak.
Really?
Stop it. You can let that go. Put on something else. Put on 50s music if you love that. Put on jazz.
Yeah,
Put on Maz's terrible 80s music. Put on classical. Whatever takes you out of that churn and puts you in a sort of a place of zen, go for that. The news is going to happen whether you're watching it or not, and it will be okay.
It's important to stay informed, obviously, but don't submit yourself to it relentlessly, because it will get to you.
And it gets to us, I think, more than we know. We think it's just background noise or something we have on in the car. Whether you're actively paying attention to it or not, I think it is seeping into us. So be present and set it aside and know what you're going to do to replace it. All right, your next fill in the blank. Timer ready, please, Dr. Mary.
Hang on a sec.
On Tuesday, we were inspired to talk about what we were grateful for based on my Facebook memories. So go in today, look at your Facebook memories, and reflect on the things you can be grateful for. They can be large, they can be small, they can be private, they can be public, they can be whatever you scroll through. Intentionally stop and have a moment of gratitude for them. So, actually, I'm sorry, don't start it yet, because I'm not going to have you go to your memories now, because that will take you off of this, and my gosh, you can't miss this incredible content. So, as soon as we're done, go off and do that. Here's the next thing you're going to write about. Hold, please. Number 4, I will commit. This is also based on Monday. I will commit to taking 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Set your timer for 10 minutes for myself by doing fill in the blank. This weekend, you have 1 minute. Look at you becoming an expert already.
I know. Quick look. I'm quick study, me.
Let's put a little music on while you're listening. Or while you're writing. We have 30 more seconds. All right.
Yes, pens down. Pass your papers to the front.
Yes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes might not feel like very much, but if you're like we are and out of active parenting, I've given my team all next week and the week after off, so I'm looking ahead to a lovely long break that it will largely be me filling in my own time or us filling in our own time. We don't have any, parent demands. We are in the sweetest of sweet spots in our lives because really we are here just to sort of take care of ourselves. So 10 minutes, you might think, well, 10 minutes, I can do anything in 10 minutes. But think back to when your children were young. Think back to a time where you maybe had a spouse or a child who was sick and really demanded a lot of your time. Think back to when you had a huge work deadline looming, something that was pressing on you. 10 minutes might be all you can get. So take the 10 minutes and be intentional. Be intentional. Here's what I want to impress upon you. We are all moving one direction in life, towards death. If you want to just get really, really specific. We're only moving that way. We're not going backwards.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. But if that's true, which it is, then how do you want to spend these 10 minutes, the next 10 minutes?
Well, if you put it like that, listening to the Smiths.
No, not me. No, the Smiths just make me want to fast forward.
Because that'll make you miserable.
Anyway. The point is, be intentional as often as you can. Be present as often as you can. Be in a state of gratitude as often as you can. Because even when things are busy and stressful and insurmountably difficult, even when you are at your rock bottom, there is something to be intentional, present, and grateful for. There just is.
There's a glimmer of hope in everything.
Even at its darkest point, and you don't need to look for the silver lining immediately, but don't wait too long to try to find it because life is moving. Last thing I want to say to you, this is a personal plug. Today is the deadline to sign up for the next Personal Systems Disruption Weekend Retreat, which is January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's only 12 hours in 2-hour chunks of that whole weekend, and it doesn't start till Friday night. So you have plenty of time to still enjoy that weekend. I really hope you will consider signing up for it. I'll put the link in the comments section. Remember, it's personal or professional dreams, large or small. What is next for you? We had a 23-year-old and a 70-year-old at the last one, and everybody in between. There is no wrong time to imagine what you want to do next and then figure out how you're going to pursue it. So, enjoy your weekend. Let us know Monday morning what you've done to be holly and jolly, to be present, to be intentional, and to be grateful.
Great
Anything
advice.
from you?
No, just have a fantastic weekend and have a think about making some time for yourselves, or if you wanted to spend some time with someone else, make the time together.
Absolutely.
Slow down a bit and look for the positive.
Be safe and enjoy the lights. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.